was swelling. So I had to start with one of those instead of a gold little hoop. Jenna, my friend Jenna, says that I look good with this one, and she likes this one. They like this one better than the other one. But yeah, no, I got my septum pierced. This is not fake. This is real. There is a hole in my nose right now. So that's really fun. And then yeah, so on to the point of the story time. I adopted a dog, guys. I adopted a dog. I'm gonna see if I can get him in my arms for this. He is really sleepy right now. He's asleep in his he's asleep. He's asleep right now, right next to me. Let me see if I can get him. Let me get him. Guys, this is Kirby. Wait, actually, first, before I really get into it, there's basketball. There's boys playing basketball in the alleyway, right next to me, and the window is open. I tried closing one of them and it worked for the most part, but the other one is broken, so it is open right now. So you're gonna hear the alleyway noises, hopefully some birds, maybe some planes and ambulances, I don't know. But yeah, so the window is open. I'm sorry about that, but this is Kirby. I was on my way to Pride with a bunch of my friends on Sunday, about not this Sunday but last Sunday, so today is Wednesday. So I've had him for 10 days, 11 days. So basically what happened is 8 of my friends came over to get ready for Pride. And where are we going? Oh, good boy. Okay, so the rest will be a story time. I was hoping to do have Kirby in a lot of the video, but he is not in the mood for that right now. He is super sleepy. He just wants to sleep and be pet. So I'm gonna let him do that. But basically 7 or 8 of my friends came over to get ready for Pride. And I was planning on leaving at 1, maybe 2. And we were getting my friend Alex into drag. And then my friend Jenna, they were gonna do my makeup and Alex's makeup, or we're gonna split Alex's makeup and then they were gonna do mine. Because I really wanted like really colorful eyeliner, and Jenna is the god at eyeliner. They do such good eyeliner. So I really wanted them to do my eyeliner. And so by the time I was on Alex's and I did my boyfriend Thompson's, I did like a little flag on his cheek with the water-based eyeliner. And then when the boys saw Alex's makeup and Jenna's makeup and Thompson's makeup, they wanted, oh, you want more pets, boy? They wanted, everyone wanted makeup done, so we didn't leave the house till 3. And usually to get to the streetcar, I take one street. So my house is between 2 streets, obviously, but it's between side street, and that's between a main street, and usually I this church, and someone goes, Joy, what's that over there? And I look, and there's this little black carrier with a giant sign that says help on it. And my dramatic ass is like, oh my god, someone abandoned a baby on the steps. Someone abandoned a baby on the steps. Oh wait, hold on, I need to show you guys something else. Just, I know this is such an ADHD thought, but I didn't just get my septum pierced, okay? Okay. I also got my belly button. My belly button pierced. So yeah, we were walking, and I saw the carrier. I was like, oh my god, someone abandoned a baby on the steps. So I ran over to the little carrier with the help sign, and I looked, and there was little Kirby. Little Kirby was in there, and I pulled him out of the carrier because I don't know how long he had been in there for, and he had no food, he had no water, he had no collar, he had no leash. He was just in there, and it was really hot that day. It was like, I don't know, it was a really hot day. And he had nothing, and he has a lot of fur. If you noticed, he's half Pomeranian, half Chihuahua. My dad was not pleased about the Chihuahua bit, but he's half Pomeranian, half Chihuahua. He's a Pomchi, and the note said, he's too expensive, and we don't have time to love him and take care of him and give him walks. Waiting list for adoption are 3 to 6 months. We're leaving the country soon. Best of luck. His name is